The creators talk about seeing through the eyes of Source, through the eyes of love, and they're honest. They tell us to start small. You don't begin by trying to see your greatest enemy through the eyes of love. You start with the things you don't have such a heavy emotional charge. You practice, you build the muscle. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and I can't wait to read some really incredible channelings from the creators. These were originally given by Daniel Scranton, and you can find them at danielscranton.com. These are the most recent channelings from the creators. The creators are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we've had the opportunity to read several of their channelings. They are wonderful. They focus on manifestation and our shift into the new earth. This new set of channelings covers some interesting topics, including the Three-Eye Atlas. When will you get to the next level and the next? The creators plus archangels and ascended masters. Your blockages and challenges, an invitation from the creators, and so much more. Is Three-Eye Atlas a replay of Atlantis? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. You are awakening within yourselves the truth that you are galactic beings and universal beings, and you are recognizing that you are affected by everything else in your solar system, your galaxy, and this universe of ours. We are in the non-physical realm of the universe, and yet we know that we are affected by you, and you are affected by us. You have long known you are affected by your sun and by your moon, and some of you know that you are even affected by the positioning of other planets. You have, of course, been affected by comets and asteroids and meteors and meteorites, and now you're wondering, what is going on with the Three-Eye Atlas? Why is it here? What is it about? How will it affect us all? You are determining that right now because you are the creators of your reality. And you also want to recognize that these celestial bodies that are out there in outer space do affect you. You do want to see yourselves as citizens of a solar system, galaxy, and a universe. Three-Eye Atlas is getting your attention. It is helping you to do this. It has a consciousness just like your sun does, just like your earth does, just like your moon does, just like Saturn and Venus and Mars do. So yes, because it is a part of our universe, it affects you vibrationally and energetically. Your thoughts and beliefs about it also affect you in what timeline you choose for yourself. Now, as many or most of you already know, you are coming to a time when there will be more activity in your skies that you can see. You'll be able to verify with your own two eyes that extraterrestrial life does exist, and it is intelligent, and they have ships, and their ships have the capability of coming to Earth. Anything and everything that gets you to pay more attention to what's going on in your skies is helpful to you. It serves you to understand that you are not alone. It serves you to prepare yourselves for ET contact, and Three-Eye Atlas is one of the precursors. It is helping you to think more about the possibility of a gigantic ship showing up in your skies. It is getting more and more people to think about extraterrestrial life and where it is and whether it has access to all of you. And so it is helping you in many ways. Its existence is helpful because we are all helping each other all the time. Even the person who seems like they are somehow getting in between you and what you want is helping you. The dog in your neighborhood that won't stop barking is helping you. Everything is helping you, including the traffic jam, including everything that's going on politically. It is all there to help each and every one of you, and Three-Eye Atlas is there to help you in all the ways that we have described here. And by its very existence, it is helping complete the puzzle that source energy is. You are benefiting from its existence, and how you look at it and perceive it, and what you expect from it will determine the outcome that you experience. It will determine what timeline you put yourself on. Our recommendation is that you see it as a very good thing that is helping to advance the human collective and is helping you all to reach a higher state of consciousness. It is, of course, doing all of those things. It is not to be feared, and you are not going to replay what went on during the time of Atlantis. You're not doing that this time around. But anything that is out there in the skies can trigger those types of memories. And you are right now coming up on your marking of the time of the fall of Atlantis. And so it is no wonder that 3i Atlas is coming closer to you during this time. You still need to cleanse some of those fears and some of the trauma from the fall of Atlantis. So again, it helps you to do that, and it helps you to understand more of your place in the cosmos. Think about what you want to come out of all of this, and you put yourself in alignment with that reality in that timeline. We are the creators, and we love you very much. When will you get to the next level and the next? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. Yes, you are ascending. You are becoming more of who you really are, and that ascension process is a conscious one for those of you who are receiving this transmission. You decided to have a conscious evolution of your beingness in this precise way. Everything that you are experiencing is part of a bigger plan that was constructed by your soul. You essentially are your soul, and therefore this was all created and asked for by you. However, because you took on the veil of forgetfulness, you didn't realize right away that you chose everything about this life experience that you did. And now that you are remembering how it all works, who you really are, you can step more into the flow of your life experience by saying yes to all of it. Now, when we tell you that, we also realize there are some things about your life that you would like to see differently than you do right now. We want to remind you that saying yes to everything as it is will be that first step in seeing it differently, and then being able to have a different experience of that person or that circumstance. And then, because everything is always changing, whatever it is you are experiencing can and will change, and it is more likely to change the way of your preference. Now, of course, you did not plan to give yourselves everything that you would ever want all at once. But instead, you always intended to be on a journey, and the journey that you are on will always give you some of what you want, as long as you are in that space of being open and receptive, and you will allow that which you have asked for. But there will always be more for you to experience, more for you to manifest, and all of those desires that you do have tend to keep you going on your consciousness ascension journey. In other words, you want to know more, you want to experience more, you want to become more, and so you continue to put out more and more desires for what it is that you want to manifest and experience in your reality. That's all part of the ascension process. The life that you are living right now is very much a part of your ascension process, no matter how it might look. There are always opportunities to forgive. There are always opportunities for you to release judgment. There are always opportunities for you to move through fear. There are always opportunities for you to have more compassion and to be more unconditionally loving. The life that you experience right now is there to give you all of those opportunities. And when you embrace the life that you have, that is a very good step in getting you to ascend from whatever it is you are living into, whatever it is that is next for you. And that again, there will always be more. There will be more for you to desire, more for you to experience, and more for you to become. You got there easily, effortlessly, and much more quickly by letting go of your resistance to whatever it is that you do have your fear of or your judgment of in the now moment. So remember that you don't get anywhere by fighting against what is in your reality. If there are things that are not in your reality that you want to be in your reality, the way to get those is to stop telling yourself a story that says, I must be unworthy. I must be doing something wrong. I must have bad karma. I must have bad luck. All of those stories that you tell yourselves do not serve you. but to tell yourself the story that says, I have a lot to look forward to because I know there is still a lot more coming to me, is productive. It does help you. It does bring you closer to those desires. It is also a very good practice for you all to remind yourselves that you are meant to be works in progress. You are always meant to move from where you are to where you're going. And that too should help you to make peace with where you are right now, understanding that you are an eternal being. You have all the time in the world to get to the next level, and the next level, and the next, and the next. Very good. We are the creators, and we love you very much. The creators plus archangels plus ascended masters equals the best possible future. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We are exploring many different possibilities with many other collectives in our dimension, and we are in the process of coming to certain agreements about how to better help humanity. We will never interfere with your process of spiritual evolution, but we do know that there are many different ways to help you. We are constantly consulting other groups, other collectives, other councils to come to agreements about how we can all work together to help humanity in all the best possible ways that you can be helped. Something that we have concluded is working for all of you is to put reminders on your paths. We work with your guides and other helpers to put various reminders into your reality so that you cannot help but remember who you are, where you came from, and what you are doing there. These are synchronicities. They are signs, and they are symbols, and they are designed to wake some people up, and for others, they are there to tell you that you are on the right track, or that you need to follow through with that inspired thought, that idea that just dropped into your head. We desire to help you to attain more of your own guidance. We desire to imbue you with clarity through the energetic transmissions that we offer. We desire to unclutter your minds to remind you of what is important, to send you messages about who you really are as infinite and eternal beings of light and love. These strategies are much more helpful to all of you than just handing you everything that you are asking for from an egoic perspective. You will continue to receive opportunities to serve, opportunities to love, opportunities to grow, and opportunities to connect. And then all you have to do is follow the synchronicities and the feelings that bring you to those people and those places that will take you to the next level of your spiritual evolution. You all have beautiful paths laid out before you, and you can trust that you are going to walk those paths. We desire to make it easier on all of you to find all of the golden nuggets along the way so that you can enjoy the experience and maximize the time that you have in the physical realm of fourth dimensional Earth. We are working with the Ascended Masters and the Archangels to organize these signs, symbols, and synchronicities to enhance your experience of life on planet Earth. And we also want to make sure that everyone is getting the necessary information, the downloads that you need, and that they are coming in the appropriate timing. And so we do all work together here in the 12th dimension to do whatever it is we can do to help all of you to come join us in peaceful, harmonious bliss. That is your true nature. It is your natural state of being, and you are returning to it no matter how you look in your life at this time. Keep in mind that you are also on a collective journey with the rest of humanity, and we can see all the various possibilities for the human collective as well. We will continue to work with our cohorts, our colleagues here in the 12th dimension to ensure the best possible outcomes for the human collective consciousness there on Earth. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Your blockages and challenges. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We know that many of you are facing bigger challenges than you would ever choose for yourselves in this moment. And we know that you are missing the point of the challenge when you feel overwhelmed by it. The challenge is always there to get you to grow and to take the expansion that is being offered to you by the circumstances of your life. Sometimes you are meant to take a detour. Sometimes it is better for you to do something else than what you originally aspired to do. There are many cases, many examples where you started moving in a particular direction and then faced an enormous challenge. When the challenge was too big for you to overcome and get past, you still had the opportunity for growth, and you were also being shown an alternative route or something that was better than what you had originally desired and drawn up for yourself using your imagination. And so it is best for you all to see every challenge right now as an invitation for you to become more of who and what you really are as a source energy being. It is good for you to let go of the idea that struggling is the best way to face a challenge. It is good for you to let go of the idea that it is supposed to be hard. Instead, ask yourself how you can change in the face of what you're facing, and look to your own soul's evolution and growth as the ultimate experience that you are meant to have, no matter what the challenge is and no matter what the circumstances are. It is easier for you to grow spiritually than it is for you to climb every mountain that is in front of you with struggling, trying hard work, and so on. Let everything that shows up in your life be something for you other than what it appears to be. Whatever you do, don't chastise yourself for being a bad creator. Don't get down on yourself for having put this block in your path. It doesn't have to be seen that way or experienced that way, and you are so much better than you think you are at being creative. And so sometimes a challenging situation will get you to be more creative than you would have if everything had gone according to plan and had gone smoothly. You are what this experience of your life is all about. You are the end result of your life experience. And when you get too focused on the details of what is out there, you miss the bigger picture, the point of all this, which is the refinement of you, the expression of you, the growth of you. Now is the time for you to realize these things and to keep going in spite of all the challenges that are in front of you. To keep growing through those challenges because you acknowledge that is why they are there. And you can recognize by how you feel, whether you're going with the flow, whether you're taking the expansion, the growth. When you are not, ultimately you will probably give up. And in that moment of giving up, you might just let it all in and give yourself all the experiences you have ever wanted. That is something that we want for you. But we want you to get there without having to struggle yourselves into a moment of despair that leads to that surrender, that leads to that ultimate giving up. So change the way you are looking at the blockages in your life as they are right now. And you can experience a wonderful expansion of self right here and right now with nothing out there having to change one bit. We are the creators. We love you very much. An invitation from the creators. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We come to you in this moment as helpers, as guides, as teachers. But in other moments, we come to you as pure energy, energy that you can use to co-create with. We desire to be more a part of your creations, and we assist you at times with an inspired thought, an idea, an impulse. We don't just come to you through this particular channel with words of wisdom to share to you. We come to you in a variety of ways, and we are not alone. There are so many in the non-physical realms who are working with you and working through you. And when you realize that you have an external power source available to you, then of course, you're more likely to tap into it. So today, we invite you to remember that you have all of us available to you as your co-creators. You are not alone in any of this, and you never have been. You've been able to give yourselves the feeling or the impression that you are alone, but it doesn't make it true. And now that you know that you are helpers, please do tune in Call upon us. Allow us to co-create with you the version of your reality that you would like to experience. We are interested in that reality as well. We are co-creative by nature. We are a collective. We offer you the component or the natural resource that you don't have available to you in the physical. We offer you not only the non-physical energy, but also the thoughts, the inspirations, ideas, and so on. So when you don't know what to do or what to create next, remember that you can simply relax, open up, and let in this non-physical energy, this consciousness, this collective that is here for you all the time. We may not speak through you in the way that we speak through Daniel here, and that will be okay. That will be as it needs to be for anyone who doesn't speak for us. You don't have to think of us as only teachers who have a limited scope in what we can offer you. We introduce ourselves to you in this way to let you know that you have helpers beyond number, beyond your imaginings. And we do have different specialties. We enjoy creating, and we know that your perspective on what needs to be created in the physical is a very important component to us in the non-physical, who aren't living exactly what you are living. And so you help us as we help you. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Getting close to the end of your ascension. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We know that you are doing the best you can, individually and collectively. And that is why we seek to help you. It is because you sometimes need a boost to be able to see beyond where you've been looking, that we come along to assist you and give you the necessary boost. Some of the boosts we give you are energetic, and others are through teachings that we offer. We know that you are a part of us, and that we are only ever helping ourselves by helping all of you. We also know that you have the capacity to help one another, and one of the ways you do that is by offering another perspective. When you disagree with one another on a topic, usually it is serving that purpose. Each individual is giving you the other an opportunity to see something from a new and fresh perspective. When you see what you see through all the perspectives, then you are seeing what you are seeing through the eyes of Source, and you get to choose from all those various angles the highest vibrational perspective. That's what we intend to help you all to do. We want you to see yourselves, your fellow humans, and your world through the lens of love, and we offer you our love as a boost, as a tool, and as a teaching to help you to see what you see differently. You often see the surface first, and you don't wonder what's beyond the surface because you make a judgment. You have a knee-jerk reaction to what is on the surface. When you choose to see through the eyes of love, whatever it is you are looking at, you see the soul, you see what's at the core of that person, that animal, that object, that situation, that group. And you better yourselves in the process of doing so. You also give what you are looking at the opportunity to rise up and meet you at your perspective, to join you in seeing itself through the eyes of love. Now, this takes practice. This is a habit that you have to get into, and so it is best for you to start small. Start with things that don't matter so much to you, that don't have a huge emotional charge for you, and work your way up from there. You can start your day asking yourself, what can I do today to see more of what I see through the eyes of Source, through the eyes of love? And when you do that, you become more of the love of Source, more of what you truly are. You expand when you go beyond the narrow view, when you go beyond judgment and putting things in little boxes. You are there to grow and expand and heal. And when you're on a conscious journey, which you clearly are because you are receiving this message, you know there are some things that you need to change in order to grow. When you are growing from being a toddler to being an adult, you have to change the clothing that you are wearing. You don't wear the same shirt at age 3 that you wear at age 30. And you are changing more than just the clothing that you're wearing. You are changing your beliefs. You're changing your perspectives. You're changing the way you do certain things, the way you talk to each other, even the way you think about one another. And when you get to that level of changing your thought in addition to word and action, that's when you know you are getting close to the end of your ascension journey. because that end is coming. And when you cross that threshold and you start to vibrate in that higher dimensional plane, this ascension that we are all taking part in now will be over, and the next will now begin. You all will take this path, this journey, and so you might as well start right now. We are the creators, and we love you very much. We are in the higher realms, working overtime. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We enjoy helping you, and that is why we do it. We know that you're always going to get to where you are going, and we would like to see you getting to where you're going with more joy in your hearts, with more of a skip in your step. And so we come in from above lovingly, seeking to give you what you might want or need to make your journeys more joyous adventures. You see, you do have the capacity to see everything as an adventure, and you also can start to activate that belief that everything is created by you, for you, so that you can get to the next rung on the ladder of your ascension. Of course, you can get there through meditation, through living a life of ease and comfort, and some of you do have to examine whether you think you need to suffer in order to grow. But once a challenge is in front of you, it is there, and is there to be faced. You can face it right away, or you can go off and raise your vibration first and then face it. You have the opportunity to ask other people to help you with your challenge. There are so many different ways of approaching something that comes up in your experience, and that is unexpected and for the most part unwanted. Once it is there, you might as well use it to show yourself how creative, how powerful, how inventive you are. And once you get past it, you'll be able to say that it did in fact make you stronger and more stable. We come in as the non-physical assistants, the thoughts and ideas, the inspirations, the intuitive hits. We come in as impulses to take certain actions, to move in certain directions. And we know that we might be ignored, and that's okay with us. Because as we said, we know you will get to where you are going no matter what. That means you're going to ascend, no matter what. You don't have to worry about not getting something right or not fulfilling a purpose that you set out to fulfill before this life began. You are your purpose, and you are your creation, and you are recreating yourselves in every moment of every day. And you are moving in a direction that feels good and expansive and truer to who you are. You know you are moving in the direction that it serves you to move in. When you are feeling flatter, more confined, more tense, more ill at ease, then you know you are not moving in the direction that it serves you to move in. And we might get a little louder with our offerings to you. We might be more persistent in showing you the signs that we will put right in front of you. And when we say we, in this case, we are talking about all of us who are helping you and who exist in the higher realms. And sometimes we will work through your friends, family members, neighbors, co-workers, and strangers on the street. So we do have a lot of tricks up our non-physical sleeves to work with. And as we said, we do enjoy our work, and we want you to enjoy the work that you are there to do on yourselves. So we will remind you that you signed up for everything that you are experiencing because you knew it was possible to enjoy it, and you knew that the growth from it would be inevitable. You also knew when the perfect timing is to give yourselves a particular challenge, and you know when the right timing is to activate a particular gift or ability. So what you need to do is to trust in the perfection of your lives as they are, and know that your non-physical helpers are always working overtime on your behalf, and that might just put a smile on your face. We are the creators, and we love you very much. You know, as I sit with these transmissions from the creators, what strikes me most is the radical simplicity underneath all the cosmic complexity. They're speaking to us from the 12th dimension, yet the messages are not complicated. It's about remembering something we've forgotten. Let's pull back for a moment and look at what they're really saying across all these channelings. First, there's this beautiful thread about celestial events like Three-Eye Atlas. The creators aren't asking us to fear what's happening in our skies. They're reminding us that everything from comets to traffic jams is consciousness interacting with consciousness. Three-Eye Atlas isn't just a rock drifting through space, it's a wake-up call, a cosmic alarm clock going off at exactly the right moment. And here's what's fascinating. They tell us we're approaching the anniversary of Atlantis' fall, and this celestial visitor is helping us cleanse those ancient fears and traumas. We're not replaying that timeline, we're healing it. But here's where it gets really interesting. They emphasize that our thoughts and beliefs about it determine what timeline we choose. We're not passive observers watching the universe unfold. We're active participants selecting our reality based on how we perceive what's showing up. Then they move into this profound teaching about the ascension journey itself. You know what I love? They completely dismantle our addiction to struggle. We think we need to climb every mountain, overcome every obstacle through sheer force of will. The creators are saying the challenge isn't there to be conquered. It's there to show you who you're becoming. The blockage in your path isn't a test you're failing. It's an invitation to expand beyond who you thought you were. They say something crucial. It is easier for you to grow spiritually than it is to climb every mountain with struggling and trying and hard work. We make it so hard. We wear our struggle like a badge of honor. But what if surrender isn't giving up? What if it's the ultimate act of trust? And this is where their teachings get really practical. They're not just floating around in the 12th dimension offering platitudes. They're actively working with the archangels and ascended masters to organize synchronicities in your life. Those signs you keep seeing, that person who showed up at exactly the right moment, that book that fell off the shelf, that's not random. That's a coordinated effort from multiple dimensions to keep you on track. But here's what they want us to understand. They can put all the signs in front of us, but we have to be paying attention. We have to be in that receptive state. You can't receive guidance when you're locked in resistance. When you're white-knuckling your way through life. When you're so fixated on what's wrong that you can't see what's being offered. The creators talk about seeing through the eyes of Source, through the eyes of love, and they're honest. They tell us to start small. You don't begin by trying to see your greatest enemy through the eyes of love. You start with the things you don't have such a heavy emotional charge. You practice, you build the muscle. But here's what they're really teaching us. Judgment is the thing that keeps us stuck. When we look at something and immediately categorize it, box it up, decide what it means, we miss the deeper truth. We miss the soul. We miss the gift. Maybe this is the most powerful thing they share. We are not alone in this ever. They say it multiple times. You have helpers beyond number, beyond your imagination. The creators themselves want to co-create with you. They're not just teachers. They're offering themselves as pure energy that you can tap into, work with, build with. Just think about that for a moment. You're walking around believing you have to figure everything out with just your limited human perspective in a third density body, your exhausted willpower, your finite resources. But you have access to 12th dimensional consciousness that wants to help you create your reality. You have archangels organizing your synchronicities. You have ascended masters clearing your path. The question isn't whether help is available. The question is, are you open to receiving it? The creators end one of these transmissions by saying that we in the higher realms are working overtime on your behalf. And that should put a smile on your face because it means you're supported, you're held. You're not doing this alone. So as we close this episode, I want to invite you into something. The creators are extending an invitation, not to work harder, not to struggle more, not to prove yourself worthy. They're inviting you to remember that you are an eternal being on a conscious evolution journey, and everything is working in your favor. That challenge you're facing, it's not blocking you, it's growing you. That detour you had to take, it might be leading you somewhere better than you imagined. That thing you've been resisting, It might be the exact portal you need to step through to reach the next level. The creators remind us, don't get to the next level by fighting what is. You get there by saying yes to what's showing up, by releasing resistance, by seeing through the eyes of love. And here's the timeline shift they're offering us. We are getting close to the end of this ascension journey, not because it's over, but because we're about to step through a threshold into something new. The next ascension begins, but we have to cross this threshold first. And we cross it by changing not just our actions, not just our words, but our thoughts. When we can think differently about ourselves, about each other, about what's possible, that's when we know we're ready. So the question the creators are asking you right now is this: what timeline are you choosing? What reality are you aligning yourself with? Are you seeing 3-Eye Atlas or whatever's showing up in your life as something to fear, or something that's helping advance human consciousness? Are you seeing your challenges as proof you're doing something wrong, or as invitations to become more of who you really are? Are you walking this path alone? Or are you finally opening up to receive the cosmic support team that's been there all along? The creators say, think about what you want to come of all of this, and put yourself in alignment with that reality and that timeline. So let's do that right now. What do you want to come of this? Not just this episode, but this life, this ascension, this grand experiment of consciousness you signed up for. Hold that vision. Feel into that timeline and know that the creators, the archangels, the ascended masters, and countless beings in the higher realms are working overtime to help you get there. Not because you need to be saved, but because you're ready to remember who you've always been. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. Join the Reality Revolution tribe at school.com, skool.com/Reality Revolution. We have exclusive content, amazing live Q&A sessions every week. It has been one of the most amazing experiences, and I want to see you there. Please check out my art. You can find it at www.newearth.art. And welcome to the Reality Revolution.